Hello. Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
Yeah, definitely. So the community issue I chose at the beginning of the semester was inequalities in athletics, specifically geared towards women. The main thing that made me decide to talk about that was that I was an athlete my whole life. I definitely saw some of these inequalities firsthand. I had a special experience in that, and even beyond that, I wanted to think of ideas that could help change the inequalities in athletics and really make people more aware of them, essentially.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action. Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Yeah, so specifically, we talked about inequalities in the workplace, also geared towards women. We essentially asked everyone first to support the cause, and the beginning step of this is to just acknowledge that the inequalities in the workplace do exist, because there are many that don't even acknowledge this fact. Next, we also asked the class to give a fair chance to everyone in the workplace, whether they are male or female, as long as they are qualified. And lastly, we asked for a shift of views to occur. We asked them to consider what their current views are and to just think about the two factors before, the fair chances and acknowledging, and essentially make a more fair decision based on that.
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
I believe that my partner Catherine would probably talk about my passion for the topic. As I said, this is because it personally impacted me, which is kind of unique to some of these other topics. I had a personal experience in this, and I just had a genuine interest for the topic. Catherine also shared this, so she can relate, but I believe that would be the strength she would say that I probably had.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
The most challenging aspect for me was probably that I could not have my hand in everything we were working on. Maybe more simply put, I couldn't be a perfectionist in every aspect. I had to give my partner a chance to put her input in on everything and to overall use that to benefit our group. And yeah, you just had to be a lot more lenient, I found. I tend to be a person that likes my way and likes it done the way I perceive as correctly, but I definitely learned that other people can bring positive aspects to a group for sure.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Com 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
The biggest takeaway I definitely had was learning how to effectively speak, which may sound funny, but I hadn't really had many opportunities to publicly speak before this class. I definitely learned how to talk to people in a group setting, which is something I hadn't experienced before. Beyond that, I definitely learned how to speak in an organized manner. I often had troubles putting my thoughts into words out loud, and the public speaking class really made that a pressing issue that I had to get better on. So overall, just learning how to speak in front of an audience and listen to all that they are saying and all that they perceive that I am saying.